Boy, it is great to start the day with something warm and mushy.
What's that supposed to mean?
I'm talking about the cereal, Ben.
Oh, the cereal.
Yeah.
The farina.
The farina, yes. The thinking man's oatmeal.
Dad, you are, so terribly predictable. You know how many times you've said farina, the thinking man's oatmeal joke?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's the yeah.
Ben, keep your hands out of my farina,
see,
please.
now you're going to get defensive and,
So what do you got going on today, Ben?
Here we go, changing the subject.
No, really,
I knew that was coming.
What you got going on today?
Why the tough questions?
Well,
Why am I supposed to deal with that now? Just let it happen naturally.
There's a whole wide, wide world out there.
Ugh, not this speech again.
This is not the one that you think I'm going to give you. Do you think I'm going to give you the one about...
Well, there are 3 wide, wide world speeches you've given me.
There's wide, wide world speech number 4. I'm working on it.
No, well, change it up, because I am sick of it.
You just got to do what you got to do, Ben.
Dad, I bid you adieu.
I see you in the do, and I raise you a toodaloo.
Laura, can I ask you a question? Why don't you like me? You seem like you don't like me. Like I come in here, I try to be nice, and you look at me with that angry, disapproving look. I know. Are you one of those girls who likes guys who are hard to get? That's it. Okay, please ignore what I said before. I don't care about you. I don't even notice you. I don't notice you. You see, I'm walking around the room. I don't notice anyone. Hey, Laura, ask me what I'm thinking about right this moment. Go ahead. Say, Gilbert, what are you thinking about?
Gilbert, what are you thinking about?
Not you, Laura! You might not realize this, but my parents were Jewish.
No, I
know. You probably think, well, that's very strange, because you seem like a tall, barrel-chested Norwegian gentleman.
Actually,
But my parents actually were Jewish and filled me with guilt. I had to take the blame for everything. It's like my parents would walk into the room and go, look, it's nighttime out. You know why it's nighttime? You did that. You did that. You couldn't be happy having it daytime, so you had to make it nighttime. You know President Lincoln? He's dead. You know why he's dead? You did it. I also knew the Beatles when they were getting together, and they couldn't come up with a name for their group. In fact, they came to me and said, we have a group. We don't know what to call it. We're thinking of calling ourselves 5 nice-looking young men who play musical instruments and are not Jewish. Yeah. And I said, I think it's a long title,
sure.
And I think it's information that is not necessary.
Well,
and they said, okay, come back to me the next day. They said, we're thinking of calling ourselves 4 guys. We got long hair, we're nice gentlemen, but we just so happen not to be Jewish. And I say, I really don't think that information is pertinent.
Yeah.
Finally, they came to me and said, we're gonna call ourselves the Beatles. I said, that's a great name. And then they said, who just so happened not to be Jewish.
Dr. Katz's office.
Laura.
Hi, Ben.
Can I take a minute of your time here? Because I got a little situation on my hands here. First of all, I got the mail today, which I do every day. But today was a little different. I got a letter.
Wow.
So I was kind of afraid to open it, because at first I thought it was a subpoena. No, I got a chain letter.
Who sent it to you?
Well, this kid named Lance Garcia, which at first I didn't realize who that was, but then I realized it's a guy I went to elementary school with.
Well, Ben,
Can I read it to you? Laura, do you have a second? Good. This is a chain letter.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if Lance wrote that, but it sounds like him. Within 24 hours, you must send it to 10 other people. On the 3rd day, the person you are most attracted to will send you some kind of signal revealing their feelings toward you. Now, here's the bad part. It takes a big turn. Warning.
Mm-hmm.
If you do not pass this on, something as bad as this story, or worse, will happen to you. Take Heather Dixon of Beaufort, Minnesota. Then it goes on to talk about Heather Dixon, that she had a guy named Keith who she fell in love with. And she didn't send letters to 10 people.
Yeah.
And he died in a massive car accident. Is this the thing that's been causing all the death in the world?
I actually visited Paul McCartney recently. I visited Paul and Linda up on their farm.
Yeah.
You know, Linda refuses to let anyone eat meat. It's strictly vegetarian.
Right.
And when I spoke to them on the phone, Paul said to me, look, can you sneak me like a hamburger or something? Just please, anything. Maybe a beef jerky. You could stick it in your shoe. I just need some meat.
Yeah.
And then I walked in the door and Paul said, did you bring anything? Did you get me a little piece of ham, for God's sakes? And Linda said, no, we're gonna be eating rhubarb. And Paul said, hey, Gil, why don't we walk outside, get some fresh air? And then when we got outside, Paul said, look, why don't you kill one of those sheep? We'll just rip it apart with our bare teeth. And I said, no, Linda, I'm sure we'll get angry. And he said, well, for God's sakes, can I at least lick your arm?
Dad?
Yes, Ben.
I gotta talk to you about something important here.
Okay.
I'm dealing with an issue here at home.
Okay.
And
What's going on?
I need to...
Just spit it out, Ben.
Well, I got a letter.
Okay.
It's a chain letter. And,
Chain letters are an incredible waste of time.
You know, Dad, they're what a lot of people refer to as networking.
I think you're overreacting to it. It's just a letter, Ben.
No, Dad, you don't understand. I have the power of life and death in my hands right now. So I would not mess with me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like a god right now.
Yeah.
And you should see me right now. I am shining.
Hey, Laura.
Hi.
Wendy Liebman.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's not how you spell it. It's I-E.
Well, that's not how you spell it.
Doodly-doo. I did yoga the other day because somebody told me that when you do yoga, you could reach like a higher level of consciousness, and that intrigued me. It's a lot easier just to drink and then get your leg behind your neck like that.
Right.
So after I was in so much pain, so I got a massage. I love getting a massage from the bellhop. I love that.
Is that true?
Actually, it was a woman named Martha, and she was really hurting me. She was rubbing really hard on my back. I said, are you trying to start a fire back there? Because she was really hurting me. She said, I'm attacking your pressure points. So I gave her my parents' address. I'm very spiritual.
Mm-hmm.
Every day I pray for money and power and sex.
That's beautiful.
Laura.
Yeah.
Hey, how are you?
Fine.
You know, it's funny, I'm compiling a list of addresses of people I know. And you are missing. So I wanted to just fill you in here. Let me check under... Yep, Uncle Max, he's on there. My home address. And then Laura, yeah, I don't have yours. So if you could kindly provide that.
Not a chance.
Right.
I went to my 30th class reunion from nursery school, and I didn't want to go, Dr. Katz, because I've put on like 100 pounds.
Yeah.
I like my body. It gets me around.
Mm-hmm.
I want an hourglass figure. Right now I have an hour and a half. I have a little bit too much time on my ass.
Dr. Katz's office.
Hello, Laura. If you could tell me your complete address, including zip code, you may be eligible to win an all-expense paid bed.
Ben.
I'm going to have to take that again, Bobby.
Ben, what do you want?
If you can tell me your complete address, including zip code, you may be eligible to win an all-expense paid trip to the Bahamas.
Ben.
I haven't touched a man since Hands Across America.
What about the guy you were telling me about last week?
I go out with my old boyfriend a lot. We're into recycling. We use each other again. We still talk. We reminisce about the good old day.
Well, why didn't it work out?
He was cheating on me with his secretary.
Mm-hmm.
I found lipstick on his collar, covered with whiteout.
Yeah.
I should have married my high school sweetheart. You know, I had a typical high school romance.
Mm-hmm.
I was a cheerleader, and he was on the faculty. Go, Mr. Jameson!
Dr. Katz's office.
Hey, Laura. Hey, I bet you're going to... You think I'm going to ask you for your address again, but I am not. So what is it?
I didn't have to go to work today because I don't have a job.
Yeah. But you used to work.
I was a secretary for 6 years while I was doing stand-up at night.
Mm-hmm.
Like a lot of secretaries, I practically ran that company into the ground.
Yeah.
My boss was so mean. I would call in sick a lot. I go, yeah, I have female problems. Mm-hmm. And she didn't know that I meant her.
Was there a happy ending to that story?
You know what? I didn't even give 2 weeks' notice when I left because I was fired.
Mm-hmm.
Quit, fired. What's the difference, Dr. Katz? I mean, besides the kind of party that they throw.
Laura?
Yeah?
I have some good news for you.
Yeah?
And I'm just wondering if you could come in here because I'd like to tell you.
Why don't you just tell me?
Well, it's more of like a face-to-face kind of development here that I would like to share with you. So if you could come on in here, that would be great.
So why don't you just bring your big shiny face out here and lay it on me?
Well, you know, I'm in the middle of some paperwork here, and I thought...
Hold on, I have to get the phone.
Okay.
Dr. Katz's office.
Laura.
Hey, can I just get your address, please?
No.
Just quickly?
No.
Quicker. Is that Ben?
Let's get this done quick. I just want the address and the apartment number. Do you live in an apartment or a house?
Is that Ben? Laura?
Yes.
Yes, what?
House or apartment? Can you tell him that now is not a good time?
Laura.
Just tell him now is not a good time, that you have something.
No.
Laura, I'm just asking a question. What's your address?
It's important.
I was saying house or apartment?
Shut your fat mouth.
Hey, Laura, that's
Laura,
not nice.
I think
I don't like to be called
should
fat.
You should keep it
I
in
can't
perspective.
handle this.
So, Laura,
Yeah?
here's the good news that I was telling you about.
Yeah?
I have created what's called a profit-sharing plan, which means that every quarter I will put some money from this company into essentially a retirement account, not just for myself, but for you as well. Money that will become yours when you turn 59.
Oh. Well,
And that's what I was so anxious to tell you about.
could I just have an extra 15 minutes for lunch instead?
See, I think that it's hard for someone your age to appreciate what that kind of financial security means.
Oh.
So,
Could I have an extra 15 minutes for lunch, too?
I think we can do that.
And then for a while, the Beatles had George coming in with that Indian guy.
Yeah.
He would bring the Maharishi in, and, they'd say, what is this guy? Why are you bringing him here? And he'd go, oh, this is a different type of music we're getting. It's the Maharishi. He's a small Indian fellow, and he plays this thing called the sitar. Well, yeah, I know, but that doesn't work for the type of music we're playing. You see, I don't know if you realize this, but we don't play Indian music. We play rock music. If we had a little restaurant where we served curry, then maybe you could bring this guy along.
Yeah, I mean, Gilbert, this is a fascinating piece of musical history. But let's talk about you for a minute. Can we focus on you for a second here? Isn't there something you want to talk about, some pressing issue? Something personal?
You're right. There is something I wanted to talk to you about.
Oh, good.
Where did you get that tie?
You see, this is exactly...
Can I try it on? Let me try on that tie.
No, because I don't want to contribute. I don't want to help you postpone...
If you don't want to help me, how am I going to get help? I come here and I pay for help, and you're not going to help me.
But you're resisting my help.
Well, then give me the tie.
Okay, here's the tie.
Okay, help me tie it. Help me tie the tie.
I can't do that unless...
Help me tie the tie.
I can do it if...
I'm going to start screaming.
No, I will do it, but I have...
Ah! Ah! Ah!
Ben, hasn't it been 3 days since you got the letter?
Yeah, it's been about 3 days.
Well, isn't there kind of a time limit on this? I mean...
But I called Lance and I got an extension. This list is not great. The deli guy, Uncle Max, my father, the mailman. He was involved from the beginning. I'm sending one to Senator Carlisle because his address was in the paper today. Let me ask you a quick question, Laura. What the hell is a 25-year-old kid doing sending around a chain letter like an idiot, like a 10-year-old? You know? I don't mean me, even though I'm doing that. I mean, but he started it. These are grown people who are sending around chain letters. Don't they have anything better to do?
I don't know, do you?
Have you ever gotten a chain letter before?
Yeah, I think I've gotten...
You think you've gotten one?
Yeah.
You have?
Yeah.
What'd you do with it?
Threw it away.
Oh, you're gonna die. You're gonna die. How long ago was that? Laura? Laura? Get help! Somebody get help!
You know, Doc,
Yeah.
you speak very quietly. What would you do if you were like in a burning building and you had to scream for help?
I can scream if I need to scream.
Okay, here, the flames are engulfing the entire building, and the firemen are 5 blocks away. What do you yell to them?
Well, guys, things are really out of control here.
See, I don't think they take that seriously.
Guys, a little cold water, please. I invited her into my office.
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh.
And I said to her, I have some great news. I have created a profit-sharing plan for her. You know what that is?
Sure, very nice.
And it was if I had said you have lymphoma.
That's a very specific
It is
reaction.
very specific.
Yeah.
Why do you think she reacted that way?
My theory is that she just doesn't want to think of being 59
I
someday.
think that's what I thought of, too, yeah.
She doesn't want to think of me being her future.
Right? Being 59 and still working for you.
And also, it's very hard for someone that age to appreciate what financial security means.
What happens if she doesn't stay with you until she's 59? What happens to that money?
Hey, good question.
I think I get it.
Nice.
How much money are we talking about?
$8 every 3 months.
Well,
It's,
But
I
it's
mean, I can
taxed.
understand why she's not.
That's $32 a year.
Oh,
You know, and that's money that earns interest.
oh yeah.
And the law is very specific. It says once she turns 59 and a half, she's eligible to collect that money.
why 59 and a half?
Oh, that's weird.
Oh, the half was my idea. Because I don't like the idea of her being 59 running around with that kind of money.
It's true.
You know? I just hate to see you be so hard on yourself, Ben.
You know,
I mean,
I'm
it's
just a little disappointed that I couldn't hold up my end of the bargain.
No, it's a chain letter, Ben. You know, and these things.
No, I know you think it's probably not that important, but
You know how much pressure you felt when you got the letter.
yes, that was a bad day for me.
Well, think of all the pressure that these other people would have felt had you fulfilled your responsibilities.
So
I'm
you
not
think I
saying
almost did a good thing by breaking the chain?
you broke the chain of pain?
As a matter of fact, I got the paper today, and
Yeah.
some 14 people died in this city alone.
Are you suggesting that it's in some way connected?
I'm
to
not quite sure there's a connection, but here's the deal. Since I haven't sent the chain letter, people have died, and nobody loves me. Do you see the connection? Do you see
Yeah.
how this thing works, how insidious it is?
Yeah, nothing has changed, essentially. And besides, aren't I people?
Aren't you people?
I mean,
What does that mean?
I mean, I love you.
Can you talk? What kind of way is that to say something?
Come here, you.
I don't want it.
I have 2 problems, Dr. Katz. The first is I never finish anything I start.
Yeah.
My mother always told me, she said, you can be anything you want. So I said, could I be somebody else's daughter?
Mm-hmm.
My mother's a ventriloquist. I mean, not professionally,
Yeah.
but for like 10 years, I thought the dog was asking me to kill my father. We had a chameleon.
Mm-hmm.
Well, at least that's what my mother told us. She'd point to different objects and say, there it is. This morning, I got an obscene phone call.
Mm-hmm.
It was like 4:30 in the morning. The guy is breathing really heavy, going, what are you wearing? What are you wearing? I said, I haven't decided yet. I was flying recently, and there was a man sitting next to me, and I could tell that he really wanted me to shut up. You know how I know, Dr. Katz? Because he kept saying, shut up! Could you shut up?
You know something? I used to know Gandhi. I knew Gandhi. I actually knew him way before he became famous.
Yeah.
Gandhi once wrote a book called Hi, I'm Gandhi. And it was him with like a checker jacket and a full head of hair. And I said, this is not an image for you.
Yeah. How did you guys meet?
Actually, we were both gonna have a knish. And we had a big argument over whether or not you should put mustard on it. What is this? Music. Why is there music here? What is this music? Doctor, I hear music!
We're going to have to stop
You're
now.
my psychiatrist! Help me! Help